This just in, globalization is a hit. Tonight we are celebrating the goodness that globalization has brought us, and we are here to help you raise awareness that globalization is good. I am Adym with my colleagues for Globalization, and this is the goodness of globalization. Up first, we have the basic and essential reason for globalization, bringing our world together. Since the concept of globalization has been invented, the world has become smaller than ever, bringing the most remote of places to the attention of the general population and helping them thrive with the innovations and productions of the public.
And speaking of remote, communication and technology has never been better. With the invention of telephone and Wi-Fi, we have become more closer with our loved ones that are distant in location but not in our hearts. Innovation simultaneously makes our life better, especially in the mode of communication, which only started from sending signals, telegrams, or simple letters into just typing of text and using of cell phones. In a single snap, a text message will immediately be sent. It is through the modernizing and innovation rooting from globalization that communication tools that were unimaginable before became possible, and we are all enjoying its benefits today. However, there are also circumstances that were dealt due to the emergence of an innovated medium of communication, and it is the uncontrollable spread of forged information, or commonly known as fake news. This greatly impacts the perceptions of people around the globe towards a particular subject, and in order to get rid of it, being vigilant and resourceful is needed. One must also consider the validity of the information presented in different platforms of communication before giving insights. That sums up my report. This is Mel Dianne Rosales report.
Globalization is not all good. This is Glace Gromontil from a group of people who believe that globalization is not good, and this is why we are losing our sense of national identity with the McDonaldization of our culture. We are no longer celebrating what is true to our nation because we are losing what should be cultivated, which is our culture. Moreover, it catalyzes the processes of displacement of one national culture with the other or turning them into an international one. Researchers regard such processes as a loss of national cultural values, which represents a significant threat to the modern society.
With globalization, we are becoming lazier than ever as people, as we are now constantly relying on the technology we believe could help us. We now all seem to rely on technology in our modern day society. It is a known fact that technology helps us make things easier, but it is also making us lazy and dumb in the long run. Our society is addicted to technology. People are taking advantage of the technology we have today and are not thinking about the health risk. With a click of a button, we can order a pizza and have it delivered to our doorsteps. Not only is this taking away the experience to make it, but it is making our society lazy. It may make life more convenient, but because this is happening as a daily occurrence, the health of the nation has been getting out of hand. That is why we are becoming unhealthier and more unproductive by every passing minute we let our phones control our lives.
I'm sorry about that, dear viewers. It seems that we may have some static in our system, but not to worry, as we are back live with the goodness of globalization. It's widely believed that increased globalization leads to greater economic growth for all parties. There are several reasons why this might be the case, including access to labor, jobs, resources.
Yes, globalization is good, but we should bear in mind its negative effects, especially in our environment. As we all know, globalization does shape our economy and trade industry, and thus, more trade means more transport, which uses more fossil fuels that can cause massive pollution to our environment. But due to the emergence of globalized government, the existence of different environmental laws are now made possible. This law's major aim is to save our environment from complete destruction being brought by globalization. And as a human individual living in this precious planet, let us always remember to do our part in preserving our land.
With the intermissions we've been receiving, it seems like globalization is not all that good. I think that these people are trying to send us a message and that we should listen. All in all, globalization is good, but it also has negative effects as well. So we shouldn't see one thing as it is, we should see both sides. And thank you very much for tuning in. Globalization is not all good in realization. Globalization is a phenomenon that we should not look at just positively, but as both sides. This has been Adym with my colleagues, and thank you very much for listening.